just dropped. Even though Brittany J. Jones did say that it was supposed to drop Monday, I got an email to let me know that the patterns dropped. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 10 patterns that just dropped. I'm going to leave out the 2 kids patterns that dropped as well. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 10 patterns. And oh, by the way, I want to let you know that some of these are dupes. So I'm going to be sharing what those patterns are that are duped. All right. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hello, Ciao, Guten, Aloha, Hola, Konnichiwa, Gwaan, Sabonani, Shalom, Bonjour, Terve. If you're returning, you guys know what to do. Quick snack, something to drink. Grab your notebook because you may want to write down these dupes as well. Or you can look in the description box below and pay attention to these dupes as well. So without further ado, to keep this short, sweet, give you all the deets and the news that you could use on this video, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, you guys, so I am dealing with a headache today. So I'm going to be behind the screen today. I like to be in front of you guys, but please bear with me as I'm getting over this headache. But I wanted to hurry up and do this new look video for you. So let's start with the first pattern. The first pattern is 60. These are all new look. So I'm just going to tell you the number. It's new look 6775. This is a Mrs. Knit dress in 2 length. It's an easy to sew sleeveless pullover dress. Sides for stretch knits only, and it has a scoop neckline in maxi or short length. Once again, this is an easy to sew pattern. In terms of sizing, it's 1 pattern envelope, extra small to extra large. Let's talk about fabrics. So in terms of fabrics, because it is a knit dress, you will need knit fabric, preferably 60-inch fabric. Now this pattern is a dupe, and I actually have this dupe pattern, so I will probably skip out on purchasing this pattern for $3.99 on simplicity.com or when it's in your local Joann's if they ever get them. But this pattern is the same pattern as New Look 6210, 6210. And if you look at that pattern, which is also available on the simplicity.com website, that is a Mrs. Knit tank top in knee or long length with slit. This straight dress has the scoop neck and racer back, a A-line dress, and has the V-neck line as well. So if you look at this pattern, view A is basically the exact same pattern as view A for sure. And then view B on 6775, that one is the shorter version of view B. So they left out view C and D for this pattern when they recreated 6775. So I just want to share that dupe with you, all right? So let's go ahead and move over to the next pattern. The next pattern is 6776. Now this pattern is a Mrs. dress. It has princess seams and a V-neck line. View A dress has bishop sleeves, and view B is your sleeveless option. This is an average to sew pattern. In terms of sizing, this pattern is not size inclusive. It's only 10 to 18 on that pattern envelope, okay? Now, in terms of kind of like the fabrics that you can use for this one, you can use many different fabrics of your choosing. You can use challis, crepe back satin, jersey, laundry cotton, lightweight denims, linen blends, silky type, soft, lightweight linen as well. So basically any type of woven fabric you could use for this one as well. Just don't forget that you need a 20-inch. Now I'm going to say exposed zipper, but you can use an invisible zipper if you are like me and too much don't care about exposed zippers in dresses. Okay. Now, that's in terms of fabric. Now this dress right here, believe it or not, it reminds me of Vogue 8997, and Vogue 8997 is a line dress. It has the princess theme, close fitting bodice, front and back V-neck, a raised waist, stitch hem, back zipper, and unlined sleeve variations. Now, if you look at 6776, I'm going to put both of them up on the screen for you to look at. View B on this pattern, it definitely reminds me of your view BC option. It's not exactly the same, but it is very similar for that pattern. So that's why I wanted to, share that pattern with you in terms of what this pattern looked like a dupe of. Now, I know there's other patterns that it can, be a split image of. If you know, definitely comment in the comment section below and let me know as well. All right, let's go ahead and get over to the next pattern. Now, this is no secret what this pattern looks like, but this pattern is 6777. It's a dress and jumpsuit. It has close-fitting lined bodice with princess seams, round neckline, side pockets, stitched hem, and a back zipper. View A is your sleeveless dress option that has the gathered skirt, and then your view B is your crop jumpsuit. It has wide legs, pleated pants, and a short sleeve. This is an easy to sew pattern. In terms of sizing, it's 8 to 20 on that pattern envelope. That's the only size that you will get with this pattern. In terms of fabric, you can use crepe, jersey, lightweight denim, linen blends, just to name a few. You will also need a 22-inch zipper, exposed or invisible, whichever one you decide, and a hook and eye if you choose to use that. Now, when I first looked at this pattern, I already knew that this was a dupe of a pattern that I have seen before. And this one is the exact same pattern as Vogue 9075. If you've been paying attention, you notice that New Look has been like the new Vogue, okay? So New Look has been pretty much kind of like duping the Vogue patterns. If you haven't been paying attention, I'm here to let you know that this is a dupe of Vogue 9075, which view A is the dress that you see, the dress or jumpsuit that has close fitting, a lined bodice with princess seam, round neckline, side pockets, stitched hem, and a back zipper. View A is your gather skirt and sleeveless. Like, isn't it not the same thing that I just mentioned? So yes, you could definitely find Vogue 9075 on the Simplicity website, and it is $7.99. So what I would advise you to do is purchase the New Look pattern for $3.99, save you $4, and thank your girl later. All right, so let's go ahead and move over to the next pattern. The next pattern is 6778, and this is an easy to sew dress in 2 length. It has a back zipper with front and back release pleats. This, like I mentioned, it is an easy to sew. In terms of sizing, it's 1 pattern envelope, size 10 to 22 on that pattern. Let's talk fabric. So in terms of fabric, you can use challis, crepe, jersey, or medium weight linen. Now do not forget, because this is sleeveless, you will need some single fold bias tape and a 22-inch invisible zipper and a hook and eye if you choose to do that hook and eye. Now, of course, I'm sorry to tell you, this is another dupe of a Vogue pattern, and that Vogue pattern is Vogue 9236, and it is a release pleated fit and flared dress. It's a fitted dress with back zipper and has front and back release pleats. So pretty much the same pattern description as well. But yes, so this pattern, New Look 6778, is a dupe of Vogue 9236. All right, save you $4, get it for $3.99 instead of $7.99 or $5.99 respectively from Joann's, if you can find that pattern in the pattern drawer. Let's go ahead and move over to the next pattern. So the next pattern is 6779. This is the bra top. It has the front lace up details that can be worn as a layering piece or alone as a cute crop top. It also, view B is your wide leg pull-on pants. It have a high paper bag waist and side seam pockets. Now this pattern is also an easy to sew pattern. In terms of sizing, it's 1 envelope, extra small to extra large on that envelope. Now, in terms of fabric, you can use any type of fabric that of your choosing. You can use just to name a few. You can use cottons, gingham, chambray, brocade, poplin, PK, Bitak, I think, or Batiks, however you want to pronounce that, linen, or lightweight denim, just to name a few. Make sure that you know you will need some trim. You will also need some lace cording for view A as well. In terms of view B, the notions you will need will be your elastic. Now for this one, I could see 2 different patterns. So the first one, before you guys even ask, Rochelle, when you're gonna do a sew along for this pattern that you guys have been asking me for, it is an old pattern and I'm not doing a sew along for it. It's Simplicity 8549, which I have a sew along for this pattern on the channel for view C with the tie in the back, but this one is view B. So New Look 6779 view A, that crop top, is actually Simplicity 8549 view B, which is that crop top with the trim, okay, down the front. Now, in terms of the pants, the paperback pants, it could be so many patterns, but one pattern that comes to mind for that one would be a pattern that I have done also. I did not do a sew along for this, but there are so many sew alongs for this pattern. It's Simplicity 8605. Now that is a high paper bag waist pants as well, and it also features a paper bag skirt. So you could put both of those patterns together if you have them in your stash, and just don't even think about getting New Look 6779. I'm just trying to save you some coins because it's those two patterns. Or if you missed out on both of those patterns, Simplicity 8549 and Simplicity 8605, go ahead and pick up this pattern, New Look 6779. All right, let's go ahead and get over to the next pattern, which is New Look 6780. Now this pattern is not a dupe. I have not seen a dupe of this pattern just yet. But this pattern is a relaxed unlined jacket and shorts and pants for this pattern. So the description is relaxed unlined jacket. It has drop shoulders, a shawl collar, patch pockets, and a back slit. The pants are tapered legs and the shorts have elastic waistband. So both of them have elastic waistband. They're ending at the hip bone and finish off with a flat panel at the front where you can also add a fabric tie belt as well. It is an easy to sew pattern. In terms of sizing, it's only one pattern envelope, 10 to 22. And I want to mention that most of the time, New Look patterns are only one pattern envelope. Okay, so this one is 10 to 22 in terms of that pattern sizing. In terms of fabric, any type of woven fabric of your choosing, cotton, chambray, denim, double gauze, linen, poplin, rayon, just to name a few. For there, you can also use crepe if you choose to. You will need some interfacing, lightweight interfacing. Now, view A, view A, the jacket, you will need a 1 to 1 1/4 inch button. And then view B and C, the pants, you will need some elastic in order to, you know, basically have those fit. Okay. Now I did not see a pattern that's a dupe. I can't think of anything, but if I had to think of some patterns that can be similar to this, for view A, it could be Mimi G's, jacket, unlined jacket, and I think that pattern number is Simplicity 8558. If I have to say that it's kind of a dupe, but Mimi G jacket does not have that loop. It does have two pockets in the front. It does also feature a drop shoulder. So it could be that pattern if you think about it. Now view B and view C, the pants, it does remind me of Simplicity 1887 for this one, but it could be other patterns as well. Because it's just basically like your relaxed fit shorts and pants. So you could pretty much choose any pattern for that. All right. But this pattern is 6780. Next pattern is 6781. It's a Mrs. top and pair of pants. Now this is a loose fitting top with button front closure and semi-fitted pull-on pants with elastic waist and side pockets, which are easy to sew. Now with this pattern, like I mentioned, it's an easy to sew pattern. In terms of sizing, one envelope, 10 to 22 on that envelope. In terms of the fabrics that you can use, chambray, cotton, shirting, crepe, linen blends, just to name a few. Make sure you know for view B, you're gonna need lining, and the lining is more like broadcloth for your pockets, okay? Just make sure that for that top view A, you're going to need some single fold bias tape and 4 1-inch buttons. And for the pants, you're going to need some elastic as well, 1-inch elastic for the pants. All right, but now I did not see a dupe of this one. If you know of any patterns that could be similar to view A or view B, let me know. View B is just basically your elastic waistband. So you can use any pattern for that. View A, I can't think of any pattern like right off the top of my head that it could be a dupe of because most of the time I don't wear tops like this. So it would be interesting to see what pattern this one would be. All right. And the last pattern that I have for you for the new look, new spring collection would be 6782. And this is a Mrs. Knit top and skirt. Now this is a pullover crew neck top. It has puff sleeves and a drawstring on the side of the waist. Now, whereas the skirt, view B, is elasticated waistband and is a figure hugging fit, which comes in a midi length with a side slit. Now for the skirt, it is, it could be so many patterns. It could be Simplicity 9226, I believe is the pattern. It could be the one that came out last spring. I don't remember the exact pattern number, but I think it's 9757 if I can remember correctly. But yeah, it could be so many patterns. Now this pattern comes in one envelope. It's an easy to sew pattern. The envelope sizing is size small to extra, extra large there. And because this is a knit top and skirt set, you will need knit fabric in order to construct this garment. All right. And also make sure for view A, the top, you use some twill tape or ribbon. And then for view B, you're going to need some elastic in terms of notions. All right. Now, these are all live on the Simplicity website right now. So go check them out if you have not done so already. All right. Well, those are all the patterns for the new look spring collections. I hope you enjoyed, and tell me which ones are your favorite. Now, I didn't necessarily tell you which ones that I would be picking up myself. Now, most of these I already have in my stash, okay? So in terms of which ones I will be picking up, I'm definitely going to be picking up 6780. It's probably the only one that I could see myself picking up. I might pick up 6782. The other ones are already pretty much I have the patterns already, so I will not be picking up any of those unless I just can't find the pattern or I have already used the pattern. But those are the only two that I could see myself picking up right about now. All right. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. And if this video was educational, inspiring, and fun, please do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. Also, smash that notification bell so you are notified every time your girl uploads a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video. And as always, keep sewing.
I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Got diamonds dancing on my neck. That is the vibe I'm on. Drip way too lit. Who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect and my money long. If you ain't talking money, don't talk to me. I be over here where the bosses be. Pockets on thick cause I eat my greens. Way too hot, 3,000 degrees. No pictures please, cameras flashing, I'm VIP, I'm a big deal. My life a movie,